of the FEMAs and Homeland Security in the world couldn't control all of those people.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine. Now, you said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, that when it comes to preparation and it comes to posturing, you want to prepare for yourself, your family, your close circle. Is that right?
That's right. That's all you can do, and that's a very difficult thing to do.
Yes, it is. I know it's let alone trying to plan for anything else, But you're absolutely right. I can't fathom. Basically, I'll just say this: everybody seems to think that they have this idea of how things are going to go down, and then all of a sudden, it totally takes a left turn, and you have no idea of what happened, or how things. You have no idea that, oh my gosh, this is the way it's happening. Like, I would have never fathomed it had been an oil leak like this, But I guess my question to you is, what can people do at this point and to prepare, and where do we go from here?
Well, it seems like it's a function of money, depending on how much cash you have. Just the food alone, you might drop $10,000, $15,000 on food supplies. The ultimate in food storage is freeze-dried food, and it's very pricey, and it's increasing in price by the day. You can buy it on the market today, on the internet. Emergency Essentials is a good company to buy that from, but you will soon find that you're running through your money like water, and not much money is left for other things. But food is the most important thing: food, shelter, water. Water is certainly an important part of survival. Don't depend on city water. City water will go down when the money stops. They will not be able, and the transportation stops. They will not be able to get the chemistry to process water, to purify it, to pump it, to keep the pumps running.
Right.
That takes an awful lot of money every month to do that. They will
Let me
not
ask
be able to do it.
Let me ask you this, Griff. Let me stop you on the water for a second. I saw reports today of there being problems with vegetation up as high as Ohio right now. They're showing the same symptoms as some of the plants down in the Gulf area, where they have that spotty, almost these dead spots on the plants. And how does that affect, say, can we rely on the wells to be safe? People's wells? Is the groundwater going to be compromised also?
Well, you have no other option. You've run out of options. If your well goes, then you could be dead.
So then I guess the suggestion would be to stockpile what, like spring water?
You can't. Even water has a certain shelf life. Water is a very complicated thing. I've studied water for the last 2 or 3 or 4 years, and it's an awful lot to water. It's not as simple as you might think. The ideal situation is to have a well, make sure the pH of the water coming out of the well is at least 7.5, 7.4, or 8, better yet 9. If you can raise the pH with electrolysis process, they're little machines, $1,500 a machine, that you can run water through to raise the pH up. You will ensure better health in all living beings, animals and humans. That will affect every cell in your body to have high pH water, not chemically induced, but electrically manufactured. You just have so many options. If you run out of options, you run out of options and you die. It's that simple, and that's what we're facing now. People can't appreciate what I'm telling them, apparently, but you just have so many options, and you don't waste your time. Every day is critical from here on. Every day is critical. Something is coming up first part of July after the 11th, something major, a turning point, something is going to happen. Not sure what. Probably financial. The states are ready to collapse. When it collapses, everything changes in your life, and you grow up real fast. You grow up real fast. Everything changes. I find that in families, the husband and wives are usually divided. There's so much division out here. One goes one way and the other goes the other. Usually the man opposes the wife. The women are the ones that seem to be interested in preserving food and putting away and preparing for what's coming.
Right.
Generally, the men don't feel that way, I've found. So they're, on top of everything else, you have that division to cope with, which makes it even more difficult.
Well, I can tell you that that based on some of the things that I'm seeing, it's not just going to be a matter of our water being tainted. I mean, we're looking at something that we really have never faced before, and the difference is this toxic dispersant that they've already mixed in with everything else that's coming out of that. I don't see how we're going to come out of this too well. Now, folks, I will tell you that we are taking we're taking phone calls. The number to call, 914-803-4151. One of the questions that I got from the chat room, Griff, do you have any intelligence or any idea about a evacuation plan, or if and when, do you have a timetable? Do you know anything about when they might be considering doing a mass evacuation?
I think it's relatively soon. It'll start slowly and then increase. There are plans, but I haven't been able to get it. The police are aware of it. The FEMA is aware of it. They're all aware of it. But as I have said before in past broadcasts, that everything is compartmentalized. See, the police on the street are doing their thing. The chief of police is half people, half political. The mayors are afraid of everybody. The state officials are pretty much dictated by Washington, by Obama. They're compartmentalized, and Homeland Security is compartmentalized, and BP is also doing their thing and protecting themselves in their compartment. So you don't have a free flow of information. You have everybody doing their own agenda, and the people are the deltas at the bottom of the food chain. You see, and that's what you're dealing with. So try to get information out of that concoction mess of bureaucrats, and you're doing good. I had something else I wanted to put on the record here.
By all means.
Talk about the atmosphere. With the chemtrail program still going, we successfully broke that some time ago. We're the guys that did that. Mike Blair and I broke that program. Mike died. He was the senior reporter for the Spotlight newspaper in Washington, the American Free Press. He died of a heart problem, I believe. I believe it was the heart. So I'm the only one left that really knows how we did it. We got into the program at Wright-Patterson. We understand it, what it's about. Right now, the main aerosol is barium. Barium, it's a metal, and we know that aluminum is off the end of the scale. But there are other chemistries coming down in those aerosols. It's a whole list of chemistry. But let's just take the barium and the aluminum, and then you combine it with the oil and the various chemistries from the Gulf. And what have you got? Nobody knows. They don't know. No one knows. So you have this concoction in the atmosphere, and you're breathing it every day. And then on top of that, we know that the magnetic lines of flux around the Earth are failing. They're weaker. And we're seeing that the sun radiation and radiation from space is now penetrating down to the surface of the Earth and the people. If you've noticed how hot the sun is outside, it'll burn you in a minute. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You should not be out in that sun, you're going to see an increase in blindness